All right, Dr. Mark Bedell is locked in to lead Kansas City Public Schools, coming all the way from Baltimore, Maryland, and now we get a chance to meet him here. So please welcome Mark Bedell. Nice to be here. Welcome to Kansas City. So this is an interesting story about our superintendent is a former dropout.
Correct.
You talk about this openly.
I do, and thank you, Cynthia, for having me. It is indeed an honor to be here. I do want to share with the community that, yes, I am a former dropout. I dropped out of school in the 2nd grade. I had a pretty terrible experience one day coming into school and acting out. The teacher told me I was dumb, ugly, wouldn't amount to anything, and screamed that in front of a classroom full of students, and I stopped coming to school. In part because there was no advocacy for me. I grew up in a broken background. My mom didn't know how to advocate. She wasn't stable. My real father abandoned me when he was 2. I still have yet to meet him, and I would like to meet him one day. But those obstacles and really going through those struggles have really helped to shape who I am today, and part of the reason why I am here and adamant about dropout prevention. I
have to know, what turned it around for you?
I will tell you that there were good people who came into my life. As I was running the streets, begging in front of, I want to say it's Kemper liquor stores, I believe, for money to eat and play Pac-Man. I was caught one day in the mall, and eventually the security said, "Why aren't you in school?" I eventually ended up being taken away from my mom. We became ward of the states, and all of us were split up, and we lived with different relatives. So my brother and I lived with an aunt and an uncle who had 8 kids of their own, so there were 12 of us in one house. And that was pretty much from the age of 7 until about 14, and then we moved back in with my mom. But I had a lot of positive people who came in and out of my life. My best friend parents, Pat and Lewis White. I call them to this day my guardians, and they're a very active part of my family. And then there was just so many other people, whether it was just for 2 weeks, a month, or a year, that I was fortunate to have people come in and out of my life when I really needed them most.
And so that's what turned it around. And so let's fast forward. Here you are, Dr. Mark Bedell, Superintendent, Kansas City Public Schools. So with all of this history, you have a passion to lead this district and to help our students.
I do, and it's personal for me. I tell people that out of 8 kids in my family, I'm the only one to make it past the 9th grade. So I go home and I look at the debilitating impact of what a dropout life is like. And I know in this school system right now, we have a graduation rate that's pretty much hovering between 65 to 68%. And that means that I start the school year off having to go and tell 10 kids to line up, and 3.2 of those kids, I might as well just tell them to go home. And who are those kids that we're telling to go home? Because at the end of the day, if they're not graduating, then we're not doing our jobs. My job is that eventually we move it to a situation where we're above and beyond what the national average is, which is around 82%. But we want all 100% of our kids to graduate, and I think that we have to fight to strive towards that goal. And if we do that, knowing that sometimes it's impossible to get to 100% doesn't mean that you don't stop, striving towards that. My goal is 100% for every kid. Every parent deserves that, and our kids deserve that opportunity to live a fruitful life.
We're going to hear more from Dr. Bedell. Our 41 Action News anchor, Lindsay Shively, sat down with you this morning. Her story is going to be on 41 Action News tonight at 6 o'clock. So we definitely want to hear more about your plan, what you're going to do. You've already been out and around in the schools. We're excited about your coming, and we're just thinking this is a new chapter that's going to be really good for the district. So welcome, and welcome to your family as well.
Well, thank you, and we're excited to be here. My 3 kids are ready to start school. Well, August 15th, they'll be ready.
Right.
But we're excited as a family to be
Absolutely.
here.
Yeah, your kids are going to be enrolled in Kansas City Public Schools.
That's correct. Yes, they are.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Cynthia.